Um, just to let you know, the comments here, Facebook doesn't support the comments in the software we are using. So if you want to comment, go to either my um, YouTube channel, or if you want to comment, another way is to go to Twitter. I'm live in Twitter and in YouTube too, um, which is unfortunately something because a lot of Facebook, friends are usually commenting here or trying to comment here, and it's, Facebook is amazingly bad for this kind of things. Um, so the Lakers lost. Uh, should always um, think of losses as opportunities to learn. Um, I always said that Marc Gasol worked well with everybody, in the sense that you can put Marc Gasol and Drummond in a team, and Drummond can slide to the power forward on the defense, or Marc Gasol, either of them. I know he's slow. I know he's not, but he's a crafty defender, and he can space the floor. And that's one thing that I don't see Vogel, I don't know, realizing about Marc Gasol's potential in this team. It's not what he does in the middle, but what he does to space the middle, and he can make even Costas and Tetocompo's job easier if he was um, pairing with Costas. I know that probably a lot of you are gonna make fun of me for my comments on Costas. I just think like Costas and Tetocompo is the guy with the attributes just doesn't that just doesn't I don't know. I don't know if he doesn't believe in himself, or he, you know, for him is now enough to having the brother that has the money, the fame, and the fortune, and all that kind of stuff. I know how Janice is very, the whole Costas family are very united, and sometimes that might work bad for somebody like Costas, because I think some of the pressure of becoming a star in the NBA comes from becoming a guy that needs to support a family, that needs to do these things and needs to do it now. So I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm not sure why Costas, who has an awesome potential, never gets from there to actually fulfill that potential. Maybe I say that, and next year he explodes. Hopefully, under the with the Lakers shirt, right? He goes 10 games on the G League, scoring 30 points a game, something like that, and then the Lakers say, "Look, we need to contract this guy, because he can pair excellently with Anthony Davis, and this could be a devastating combination together, right?" But hasn't happened. He's too passive and a lot of other stuff. But this is the thing. Um, Everybody except for Kyle Kuzma was minus in the plus minus in this game. Everyone except for Kyle Kuzma, who was a plus two wasn't like a big plus either. So um, Frank Vogel made a comment that if we defend, right, he's saying about the Lakers, if we defend and we rebound, we can win any game, right? In obviously defensively, they are not the same team without LeBron and AD, but rebounding is the one thing that I cannot, like, this is not a problem from this year. Last year, the Lakers got out rebounded by teams that shouldn't be out rebounding the Lakers or any other team. And so I have talked about it a few times. As a coach, one of the things that you want to tell your players is that rebounding is essential for winning games. Rebounding, everybody can have an off night, but rebounding is one of those things that you need to have, and the Lakers look like they are always down on that. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I still can't grab my head around those things. And the Lakers rebounding is not, it's never there, like completely. And this comes, I mean, even in the Showtime era, the Lakers were out rebounded by a lot of teams. Still, they managed to, like, they wouldn't miss either. It was, Lakers were always scoring on the run. They were crafty defenders, and so defense is essential to win championship, and rebounding. And but this team, a big problem I see in this team is that once LeBron is out, once AD is out, scoring becomes a problem. And we thought Drummond was going to solve that, but you gotta. I don't know if Drummond is getting enough touches for that. The other thing is, he's getting Montrezl minutes. And obviously, you know, having now Drummond, Montrezl minutes are less, and Marc Gasol minutes are less. But the thing is, they are not playing a two-post game when they have the personnel to do it, because whether Montrez or Drummond are there, Gasol can be a shooter from mid-range and outside. So the defense have to be divided into guarding either Gasol or whoever's on the floor of Montrez and Drummond. So also an advantageous thing if you have the two posts, because one can rebound, and we know that both of them, Montrez and Drummond, are excellent rebounders. So you don't need Gasol to rebound the ball. You only need Gasol to set those shots outside. And Gasol can do that. And Gasol can also be the big man on top of a key. If you pass him, then you have Drummond, or you have Montrez to deal with things. So, so even without Anthony Davis, you can have that kind of two post game where you have two bigs in the game, and you don't see that happening. Why? I don't know. The Lakers have kept the identity of being the top defender, but now they are not even close to the top 10 of uh, scoring teams. So that is concerning, and it's concerning to that point where people are gonna start to wonder, what's going on. And I don't know. I don't know what to say, but it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing, but it's going on for the Lakers or any other team when you drop from top 10 to almost like 24, 25. The plane, it might save us, like Reggie Miller's. He didn't say but that way. But like Charles Barkley also said, that the plane might help the Lakers because it will give the opportunity to have LeBron and AD have some contact with the team, all healthy, everybody in the same, situation. But as of right now, I don't know. If the Lakers end up being in the 7 or 8 position, they are going to have to play against the Suns and against the Jazz. And that might be an interesting series to see because the Suns and the Jazz are number 1 and number 2, but they are kind of disrespected in a way after their effort because everybody's wondering if they are there because they are the healthiest teams that on the Western side, because the Suns didn't make it last year but finished strong, and the Jazz left the series in the first round, so they are not respected, but they are dominating. So it's going to be interesting to see them playing the fully healthy Lakers if that comes to pass, because Anthony Davis got back spasms and his ankle was twisted in the game. He couldn't play after the first half. I think I don't know if he even got to the second quarter. And so that is telling of that situation. What and a lot of fans are now like on the we don't need Drummond bandwagon. But you gotta remember, Drummond has been just in this team for what, a month, and he doesn't look like he was the first option, even though he should be. Um, and he's his rebounding to me is more important than his scoring right now. Um, but we cannot, when we had Kuzma being the highest scorer and nobody else except for Montrezl Harrell scored double figures in that team, that is a bad thing. And I'm gonna say something, and a lot of people probably will agree with me, and some will not. This was the year where KCP could have taken to a different level and could have established himself as a star. That didn't happen. Though he is a good 3 point shooter, right now, it's like we can get a Zach Levine. Probably we can trade uh, KCP in the package. Uh, I would take it, right? Even if Kuzma is the other guy. Um, in because we need somebody who can score consistently around 15 to 20 points. Um, and the closest we got from that right now is Schroeder, but we are not gonna get Schroeder for the next games. But like I said, we're also, Taylor Horton Tucker didn't play. He was also injured. So I don't know. If we are healthy, I probably wouldn't even be talking about um, the production we're getting from KCP. Because there would be probably less defense focus on him, and he probably would be able to score better. Same thing with Macklemore. The same thing with even with Alex Caruso. But the fact that all our playmakers, which are, LeBron, um, Schroeder, and Taylor Horton Tucker, they are all out. That makes it more difficult for the setup shooters to work with, because we have to depend on Drummond, and the defense is gonna be really hard on him. He would be the main guy on the scouting report. He would be the 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 guy that is going to be concentrated the defense on, and guys like Taylor Horton Tucker, as young as he is, because he's a driver and he can score from outside from time to time, and he can mix it up. He can. He's playing makes the defense work and adjust, and usually when you can do that, you can disrupt the defense and you can get some buckets. We didn't get that the Alex Caruso is really good, but he's more of a catch and shoot guy. He has said it himself. Um, and the value of Caruso is defensively. He is the defensive jolt. Um, I mean, we got to understand we missed a lot of guys from last year who were keys defensively, and though the we're still the number one rated defensive team in the NBA. Last year, we took pretty much the paint from everybody. You know, we took the paint from everybody. And that was our identity. And the other identity was that we got players that got better on the playoffs, like Rondo. And you know, we're gonna know if Shooter is gonna be more careful with the basket in the playoffs if we get there. But we are in a position that we could even be out of the playoffs if you don't, you know, if you don't believe that could be. But these players are gonna have to show who is championship material and who is not. And as much as I love the roster, if we are not championship material with this, you know, we're supposed to have the deep bench. Um, I don't know what to say. I mean, I don't know what to say. I still believe that fully healthy LeBron and AD cast a big shadow, such a big shadow on, you know, the Lakers' style of play, where they can score each 40 points if it needed. That's 80 points between two players. They can score 70 to 80 points in a game if they have to. Their stats have been going down this year, but man, this year has been really bad for the Lakers because from the last season, they only had 71 games to recover, and now we are seeing the consequences of that. A lot of yeah, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. A lot of you know, a lot of injuries as a consequence of last year's. I mean, the space between those things. Now, like I said, I can't compare myself to Frank Vogel, right? But I would try to work out a two-post game where you have a two bigs at any given time, even if AD is not there. I would have Marc Gasol top of the key, Drummond down, or Harold down. Why? Because Gasol can't run, but he can play on top of the key offensively and defensively, and that's the shortest distance where a player can run from one side to the other, right? So I would have him uh, on top of the key on the other side, on each side, and that way you can have a big that needs to decide to go and guard Gasol at the top of a key, or stay with Montrez or Drummond, which is what I thought they were gonna do with Anthony Davis, and that they kind of did that. Um, so I don't know. I don't know what they don't try. I mean, there's a lot to lose right now, but yeah, yeah. Like if he tries that, I think it's gonna work. But I don't know what is convincing him that it won't work. Um, but at this point, it can get worse than what we have right now. We have, LeBron and AD out, and then we have um, um, Schroeder and Taylor Horton Tucker out. you know, let's try something crazy right now. Like, right now, I don't see how the Lakers can win doing the same thing that is getting them those losses. So I would try something new. Yeah. Well, we went from not making the playoffs to championship, and it was the same thing. Like when we missed the playoffs with LeBron, he was injured. Uh, um, Ingram was injured. Kuzma got injured. I think Alonso was injured too. Like that was the game that uh, people discover AC Fresh. That he scored over 30 points, something like that. Um, so 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 we're back to that season where the Lakers had this playoff potential for the first time, and everybody got injured when the season was. We went from being in fourth place to be out of the playoffs completely. Um, so I don't know. I'm starting to look. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess, but the I agree with something that Charles Barkley and Reggie Miller said. Maybe the play-in is good for the Lakers because it get them to play with LeBron and fully healthy, or at least hopefully LeBron and AD, and that would kind of get the synergy going, right? But we don't know. We don't know at this point how big it's gonna be that, or if it's gonna be big, in any way possible. Um, it look. I don't know. It worries me, but I on the other side is I don't know if it's Lakers optimism that I still don't feel the emergency, though it's there. It's like part of me is going like, but they are coming. Um, AD and LeBron are coming, and somehow that makes me think we're still gonna win the championship. You know, I may be wrong. Yeah, it is gonna be tough. Definitely, it's gonna be tough. Now, we if the Lakers win the championship this time, nobody's gonna be able to say Mickey Mouse championship like last year everybody was complaining about. But they are gonna complain. The haters are gonna complain, and they are gonna find a way to justify that Lakers are not that team. I don't know. I'm still maybe in disbelief, and maybe thinking uh, like a fan, like we're gonna win, something is gonna happen, we're gonna win. Yeah, haters gonna hate, and so I'm still optimistic about it. I'm still um, I don't feel a little, the bitterness. Oh, we lost to the Clippers. You know, Clippers are a team that they're, even though it seems to we are the have like yeah, it looks bad, but there's something in me that says that it's not gonna look bad. Uh, Maybe until that game that decides the fate, and if we lose that game, um, I got a question. Let's say the worst case scenario, we end up out of the playoffs. Do we get first pick? Like, do we get? Yeah, I'm a Lakers fan. I've never been any other thing than a Lakers fan, so I don't want to start now being a fan of any other team. And I love the Lakers. That's it. That's it. Um, you know, from Magic Johnson, even the eras where we will like the Nick Van Exel era, where he was the big star. And all right, so do you think we are going to that we're going to trade KCP? Because I said before, KCP this year, Yeah, the best team, the best team. Um, do you think KCP is gonna survive the trading season that is coming? I think he's gonna be traded. I don't know. It's my suspicion. Like they want to look for somebody like Zach Levine. They might be able. They might getting to trade a lot of people for him. Um, they got to pair somebody with LeBron and AD and I don't know if we're gonna still have Montrez next year or Drummond next year, and this is the thing. I don't know what contract Dwight Howard is getting, but I'm pretty sure that yeah, they might sign and trade Shooter too because there's a lot of money that Shooter is commanding. We might have to trade both of them for a really, really good somebody who is proven to be a scorer like Zach Levine or somebody like that. We might have to trade KCP and Kuzma, and maybe even getting Schroeder in that as a sign, uh, as a sign and trade. But I'm guessing that Zach Levine to the Lakers might be something um, that is going to be trending pretty soon. It's going to be trending pretty soon. Um, yeah, you know, because I mean, problem with both of them is consistency. I mean, when they can score high volume, Lakers are gonna look invincible, but they can't, and they can't score their average consistently, which is a problem. Like it could, if Kuzma could score 16 points in every game, I wouldn't be that upset. But Kuzma doesn't do that. He's got 25 or 30 game, and then the next game is 8-0. You know, and his rebounds are going down, which I don't understand because I thought Drummond rebounding was gonna make other teammates also be in good position for rebounds because everybody wants to box out Drummond. But what I'm seeing in games is that the rest of the Lakers leave Drummond against four guys for the rebound, and Drummond's rebounds have been going down. Somebody have to address that, and I don't know how how the coach are the coaching staff are addressing that. But that's something that a leader would do, and that leader last year last year was LeBron, and this year LeBron, but also we had Rondo. Also we had a very vocal Dwight Howard. in so we need guys like this that are constantly communicating these things. Um, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. All I know is that we need that third scorer. If Danny Green also was, look, I know it's a bad place to say now what I said at the beginning, that I didn't think it was a good idea to get rid of so many people from the championship team. And I thought that Rondo and Dwight Howard were the guys that you need to have back, right? Because they are leaders, and because in clutch time they were the guys doing the stuff. And the Lakers assembled a team that I didn't think they were, like, I was amazed at, you know, about how Rob was able to assemble this team. Yeah, I think while Rob Pelinka tried to address the problems with that Lakers team, yeah, Drummond. Yeah, the problem with Drummond, I like Drummond, and I like him to stay. And I know people are gunning against him now because he's not putting the stats, but you gotta remember he's into a new system where none of the stars are, you know, there, and so Drummond kind of had to become the star of the championship team without passing through the championship. And so I can't blame Drummond for being in the situation he's right now. But we can't keep trying to change everybody all the time, because chemistry is important, and that was the one lesson I thought we learned that last season, and apparently no. And now we're paying the price. You are paying the price for that. And I don't know what's the lesson that the Lakers are learning from all this. Um, I know if we don't get any close to the championship, Pelinka is gonna be blamed by fans for a lot of things, because he took a gamble and then he gambled again, and this gamble wasn't the wrong one, but because the team is unhealthy right now, the team big guns, he's gonna get a lot of criticism in the next month or two. Unless the Lakers go all the way and win the championship, then everybody's gonna forget about that. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But I like Drummond. And I think his rebounding is something that the Lakers needed from last year. So I think that's in the I don't know. Look at Danny Green now. He's over 40% 3-point shooting again. So, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, I've been 45, almost 46 minutes right now. And if I stay longer, I'm going to start to doze off. So I'm going to leave right here and hope that you guys go like uh, and you know, subscribe, all those things that make the channel be able to exist for a longer time. And please comment. If you correct me, that's great. We can learn each from everybody. And yeah, you know, may God bless all of you, and take care of each other and yourselves. And hopefully we can be together, gather here through the internet, and talk a little more about our LA Lakers. All right. See you guys later. Bye-bye.